Now, one of the things that's going to be super, super critical to your success in DigyEd is your mindset. Because here's the thing, the types of thinking that make you really successful at a 9-to-5 job are really different than the types of thinking that will make you really successful as an entrepreneur. So I want to set you up with a little bit of conversation about mindset so that you're prepared to just crush it in this journey, okay? Now, the most important thing you need to be thinking about when it comes to your mindset is how to stay nimble. Right? If you think about it, like you're playing any type of sport, it's really important for you to stay on your toes. You're not going to plant your feet down into the ground and say, I'm not moving, I'm not budging. You won't win the sport that way, right? You got to move around a little bit, be able to duck and grab some balls, catch some balls, shoot the ball, be able to do all sorts of different things in sports, right? Perfect. So entrepreneurship works almost exactly the same way. You want to stay on your toes. So let's say that you have an idea for how the app is going to look, right? You want to make sure that you don't plant your feet right down and say, this is the only thing I'm open to. This is how I'm going to do it. And this is the only way I'm going to do it with the app looking this way, right? So you don't want to do that, because if you get feedback from your customers, and we're going to do a lot of that, I promise, we're going to do a lot of talking to customers, getting feedback, and almost your customers are going to give you the feedback that was a little bit different from your original idea. So I'm preparing you now. So you have to be able to adjust, you have to be able to move and make tweaks and shifts to your idea so that it can be aligned with what your customers most want, because that's the most important. That's going to be critical as a mindset. So what I again want to remind you is to be aware of the times where you're noticing yourself planting your feet and saying, I'm not budging. I'm only launching my app this way, right? You want to have some type of movement, and might mean that exact way that you have in your head is not going to work right now. Maybe a little different once you start talking to customers, and that's perfectly fine. Don't freak out. And that kind of mindset is going to set you up for success if you're able to adjust. The mindset where you make tweaks and changes as you go based on the feedback you're getting and learning from your customers. So I want to set you up for success with that mindset so that you're thinking about that, okay? Now, the other thing is that's really going to help you from a mindset perspective is to think about everything that you do in this DigyEd program and this app journey as an experiment. All it is a little experiment. So let's say that you think your customers are going to want to spend $20 a month on your app. All we did there was come up with hypothesis, and we're just going to go out and test it. We're going to put it out there. We're going to put it on the page for $20 a month and see what they do. If lots of people sign up, then we're good. And if that, let's say not many people sign up, okay, well, that was just a hypothesis. So let's see what we do next. What's the next experiment? So we can run at a different price point if you want, or maybe change to what they're going to get for that $20. So you may want to change up what they're going to get for the $20 so you can just run another experiment at that price point. Does that make sense? So all we're doing is running a series of experiments, and collectively those series of experiments will come together to form a business. So stay on your toes, don't plant yourself down, and say this, the only way that I'm going to launch my app, because we're going to get feedback and we're going to make changes based on that feedback, okay? So it's okay to make shifts and pivots, and also you're going to be thinking about everything you're doing as an experiment that's really going to set you up for success here, okay? So I greatly appreciate you once again, and I hope you take these mindset principles and you apply it, and we love to see your success in this program. Speak soon. Peace.